Hi, welcome to my channel Mathematics Made Easy by Mary MJ. Here I am continuing with CBSE Class 9 Chapter 1 Number Systems. So here I am discussing about the operations on rational numbers. Different operations on rational numbers. Rational numbers and also with irrational numbers also. So we'll write it as real numbers. Not only rational but with irrational also. So operations on real numbers. That will be the apt heading. So we can add, subtract, multiply and divide any rational number. So first we'll show you addition. Add 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 and root 2 minus 3 root 3. So we have to add these two real numbers. These are irrational numbers. So we'll see how we are adding. So 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 plus root 2 minus 3 root 3. So we can see here 2 root 2 and root 2, that is a like terms. We'll tell if in the case of x and 2x, if I'm adding x plus 2x, we get it as 3x. Same way, if I'm adding 2 root 2 and root 2, we can write it as 3 root 2. This root 2 means it's along with that it is 1. So 2 root 2 plus 1 root 2 gives 3 root 2 and 5 root 3 minus 3 root 3 gives 2 root 3. So the answer is 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Now next, second question. Multiply 6 root 5 by 2 root 5. So ordinary multiplication itself, that is 6 root 5 into 2 root 5 gives, first we can multiply 6 into 2, that is 12 into root 5 into root 5. So root 5 into root 5 is 5. So 12 into 5 gives 60. Question number 3, divide 8 root 15 by 2 root 3. So 8 root 15 divided by 2 root 3 can be written as 8 into root 3 into root 5 divided by 2 into root 3. Common terms cancelling. Root 3 can be cancelled and 2 here 4 times. You will get the answer as 4 root 5. Then moving on to the next question. So before moving on to the next one, I need to tell you how we are multiplying two positive real numbers. Let root of a into b. What is the meaning of this? Root of a into b means it is root a into root b itself. Then root of a by b means it is root a divided by root b. Then root of a plus root of b into root a minus root b is the same as, say this is our identity, that is a plus b into a minus b. Instead of a it is root a, instead of b it is root b. So same identity we have to apply it here, that is root a whole square. If it is a plus b into a minus b, then the identity is a square minus b square. So here root a plus root b into root a minus root b can be written as root a whole square minus root b whole square. That is equal to a minus b. Then next identity is a plus root b into a minus root b. What happens here? Same thing we are applying, that is a plus b into a minus b means a square minus b square. So a plus root b into a minus root b can be written as a square minus root b whole square, that is equal to a square minus b. Then what can we do if it is root a plus root b into root c plus root d? We can open the bracket. We can multiply each term. The first term can be multiplied with the first term, first one with the second one, second with first and second with second. So first into first, that is root of AC, plus root A into root D is root AD plus root BC plus root BD. Same way, root A plus root B whole square. How can you write this? This all we are applying our earlier identities itself. Root A plus root B whole square is root A whole square plus 2 into root A into root B plus root B whole square. So if you are learning all these, it will be easy for you to do the problems on real numbers. Then root A whole square is A plus 2 into root of A into B plus B. Now we will discuss some problems using these given properties. So first one is simplify. First question, 5 plus root 7 into 2 plus root 5. So these all are different A, B, C, D. So we have to multiply the first with first, first with second, second with first and second with the last. So 5 into 2, 10 plus, that is we are multiplying 5 with this first, that gives 10. Then 5 with the last number, that is 5 root 5 plus root 7 into 2, 2 root 7 and root 7 into root 5, that is root 35. So we can't simplify this, so we can keep it over there. Then one more example I'll show you from this part. Next one is 5 plus root 5 into 5 minus root 5. So A plus B into A minus B gives A square minus B square, that is 5 square minus root 5 whole square, which is equal to 5 square minus 5, that is 25 minus 5, which is equal to 20. Now next is to rationalize. How to rationalize the denominator? If the denominator consists of square root terms, how can you simplify? Rationalize the denominator. Denominator of 1 by root 2. So if square root comes in the denominator, here it is only root 2. So what you have to do is we have to avoid this denominator. So what you have to do is 1 by root 2. You have to multiply the numerator and denominator by root 2 itself. So that we'll get root 2 by 2. So always see that denominator does not consist of square root. If square root is there, we have to rationalize the denominator. So we'll move on to another question, that is 1 by 2 plus root 3. How to simplify this? So since square root is coming, 2 plus root 3 is the denominator. In order to rationalize the denominator, we have to multiply this by 2 minus root 3. So if sum of two terms that is coming in the denominator along with the square root, we have to rationalize it by multiplying. If it is 2 plus root 3, we have to multiply by 2 minus root 3 in the numerator and denominator. So this becomes 1 by 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3 by 2 minus root 3. What is in the denominator? If it is plus root 3, we have to make it as minus root 3. 2 plus root 3, we have to multiply by 2 minus root 3 in the numerator and denominator, and we will get it as 2 minus root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3 is 2 square minus root 3 whole square. And that becomes 2 minus root 3 divided by 4 minus 3. That is equal to 2 minus root 3 by 1. So it is 2 minus root 3 itself. So that is a way of rationalizing the denominator. So next is 5 by root 3 minus root 5. How can we do it? Again, In order to rationalize the denominator, multiply the numerator and denominator by root 3 plus root 5. What is there in the denominator? We have to see it. Then make it as the other. That is, if it is minus root 5, if it is root 3 minus root 5, multiply by root 3 plus root 5. Here also. Then you will get it as 5 into root 3 plus root 5 divided by root 3 minus root 5 into root 3 plus root 5 gives root 3 square minus root 5 square. That is equal to 5 into root 3 plus root 5 divided by 3 minus 5, which is equal to 5 into root 3 plus root 5 divided by minus 2. So we should not have a square root in the denominator. That is called, so simplifying that, we call it as rationalization. So rationalizing the denominator means we have to avoid square roots in the denominator. So one more example, I'll do it here. That is 1 by root 5 plus root 2. How to rationalize the denominator? So this is equal to 1 by root 5 plus root 2 into root 5 minus root 2 by root 5 minus root 2. That is root 5 minus root 2 by root 5 square is 5, root 2 square is 2. So the answer will be root 5 minus root 2 by 3. Hope you understood that part. Now a small topic is there, that more we'll discuss over here. That is law of exponents. Law of exponents. What is the meaning of law of exponents? That is all powers. So if it is a raised to m into a raised to n, what is the meaning of this? If the bases are same, I can add the powers. That is a raised to m plus n. If it is a raised to m divided by a raised to n, here also the bases are same, so you can write it as a raised to m minus n. If it is a raised to m raised to n, that is a raised to mn. If it is a raised to m into b raised to m, that is ab whole raised to m. So we have to apply in the exponents. If the problems containing exponents, we can use all these laws. So one example I'll show you. Simplify 2 raised to 2 by 3 into 2 raised to 1 by 3. So as earlier I told, a raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. So same way 2 raised to 2 by 3 into 2 raised to 1 by 3 can be written as 2 raised to 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3. That is equal to 2 raised to 3 by 3. That's equal to 2 raised to 1, or it is 2 itself. Then exercise questions. Exercise 1.6. In that few questions we will discuss. Question number 1, that is 64 raised to 1 by 2. What do you mean by 64? We can write 64 in powers of 2. So 2 raised to 6, that is 6 times if you are multiplying 2. 2 into 2 gives 4, 4 into 2 gives 8, 8 into 2 is 16, 16 into 2 is 32, 32 into 2 is 64. That is 6 times if I am multiplying 2, I will get it as 64 raised to 1 by 2. That is equal to 2 raised to 6 into 1 by 2, or that is 2 raised to 3, that's equal to 8. Same way, question number, in that first question itself, third one, that is 125 raised to 1 by 3. What is 125? It is 5 into 5 is 25, 25 into 5 is 125. So it is 5 raised to 3, whole raised to 1 by 3. that is equal to 5 raised to 3 into 1 by 3, that is equal to 5 raised to 1, or that is 5. Then in question number 2, same exercise, question number 2 also we'll do 1 or 2 questions there. 9 raised to 3 by 2. What do you mean by 9? 9 is 3 square raised to 3 by 2. That is equal to 3 raised to 2 into 3 by 2. 2 will get cancelled. We are getting it as 3 cube. 3 cube means it is 27. Then there itself question, this is second one, first question, then second one, third question. 16 raised to 3 by 4. So 16 can be written as powers of 2. That is 2 raised to 4 is 16. Whole raised to 3 by 4. That is equal to 2 raised to 4 into 3 by 4, which is equal to this 4 cancelling. We are getting it as 2 cube, that is equal to 8. So 16 raised to 3 by 4 is equal to 8. Now question number 3, third question, second one. 1 by 3 cube, 1 by 3 raised to 3 whole raised to 7. That is the same as 1 by 3 raised to 3 means if I am taking this to the numerator, you will get it as 3 raised to minus 3 whole raised to 7. That is equal to 3 raised to minus 21. So no need of simplifying that because 3 raised to minus 21 is 1 by 3 raised to 21 itself. That is a bigger value, so it is difficult to simplify. So keep it there. Then what about the fourth question there? 7 raised to 1 by 2 into 8 raised to 1 by 2. So as we have learnt, a raised to m into b raised to m is equal to ab whole raised to m. Same way here also 7 into 8 whole raised to 1 by 2, which is equal to 56 raised to 1 by 2. That is square root of 56. How can you simplify this 56? So whether we can find out the square root or not. There is no correct square root. So 56 raised to 1 by 2 or root 56, you can keep it there. So we have discussed the entire chapter now. In the next video, we'll do some important questions from this chapter, that is exam oriented questions we will be discussing in the next video. Thank you for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed, please like, share and subscribe, and also click on the bell icon for more updates and notifications. Bye.